LRA conflict in Central Africa, where it has been, where it's going. So I can talk about this because I had an internship down in San Diego at the headquarters, and I learned a lot there, and I learned a lot of the backstory that people haven't learned about. And it's really relevant right now because after the Coney 2012 video, a lot of people had misinformed after a lot of this. So the agenda for today is we're going to talk about the history, how it's transformed, and what Invisible Children is doing to stop the LRA. So here's some history. Tensions began in 1986 after the Ugandan elections. The Ugandan president that was elected, Yoweri Museveni, began oppressing a minority tribe in the south called the Acholi. They took away their rights, and 90% of the Acholi people were put into refugee camps in order to secure oil fields, according to Harlacher, this guy who is really into African studies. So they attempted to eliminate the tribe as a whole. And the Acholi tribe began a peaceful revolution, and they created the Lord's Resistance Army. They began out as peaceful, and they wanted peace talks, but nothing really seemed to work. And after that, the Acholi began losing popular support. Because of this, they turned to violence in order to be heard. And in the 1990s, rather than focusing on their original goal of trying to regain their rights and be recognized as a people, they began oppressing their own Acholi people that didn't support their cause anymore. They began decimating Acholi tribes all over Uganda and moving through other countries as well. They mobilized to Sudan, Central African Republic, Democratic Republic of Congo, and staying in Uganda as well. They began mutilating people to make sure that the LRA would be forever remembered so that they couldn't get their memories out of their mind. They began mutilating all these individuals, and then they went from bad to worse. They began using child soldiers. In the middle of the night, the LRA would raid villages and capture these children. Children as young as 2 years old are held by the LRA, and they're forced to watch their families be murdered in front of them. Coney and his men addict the children to drugs and force them to be kill or be killed. The males are transformed into killing machines, and the females are sold into sex slavery and trade, according to Harlacher. And because of this, Joseph Coney is the #1 man on the ICC Most Wanted list, and 4 of the top 20 on the ICC list are from the LRA, according to color lines. Over half these children are never accounted for and essentially become invisible, hence the name Invisible Children. So lately, in the last decade or so, there has been some light brought upon to this issue. In 2004, Invisible Children was formed by a group of men who went to Uganda on a mission trip, and they saw all these atrocities going on, and they realized that something needed to be done about this. So Invisible Children has this model, and they have media, mobilization, protection, and recovery. And in all of these entities, there's a bunch of different programs that go on. And during media, that's when they show videos like Coney 2012. In mobilization, that's when they go to Africa and they provide the goods and help and the aid. Protection are the people that are stationed there, and they have large warnings, and they tell the people when the LRA is mobilizing. And recovery is